Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the 8 More Than 92 podcast, where we always keep it 100. The boys is back doing another video for our YouTube page. Make sure y'all check in, like, and subscribe if you haven't. If not, make sure you go to our IG page at 8MT92_pod, and you will go hit our link in our bio, and it has our link tree to subscribe to everything. So that means if you subscribe to the YouTube, you got to subscribe to the audio, which is on Apple and iTunes, which is the same thing, and Spotify and iHeart, and we also on Google Playlists. You know what I'm saying? So we doing the damn thing. Also, make sure by you hearing this that the t-shirts are out. So make sure you do hit us up if you want another 8 More Than 92 podcast t-shirt, and we got the things in colors. So what's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Good.
What up?
How you doing? Also, we was a little bit rude, but we want to introduce a friend to the podcast
Reintroduce.
Reintroduce. He told us we were worthy enough to put his name in the feature. So we just want to say shout out to Noah, Mr. Hella Handsome over here, my brother, aka
Yo,
Young
guy.
Round. Also from Therapeutic Distractions, Killing the Gang. What up, Nate the Great? You ain't want to fuck with the squad. No, I'm playing. Actually, I mean, I'm about to say no. Actually, you can tell them to get on while we on here. Both of y'all can be on here.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can set that up.
Talking. All right, so pause it back, but we back for a second. We was going ahead and introduce our guest. Go ahead and tell people who you are as your return is.
What it do? This is my second time I am returning. How many returning guests you have? On the first?
No.
Oh, well, I feel like the first. But yeah, it's your boy from Therapeutic Distraction. Young Gun, Dun Data, Noah Hella Handsome checking in. What up, Banks? What up, Harrison?
It's good.
What's good with you, man? So I don't know, Banks, you want to fill anybody anything going on? I know we ain't our last couple episodes, we haven't really just chit-chatted and talked about what's going on or anything, like any updates at all.
Oh, okay. Like personally, yeah. Everything's been really serious. As far as I'm concerned, I'm still chilling. Sonya and I spoke to James about this before we got on the podcast. We just got our invitations ordered, which is a stupid amount of money for paper that folk gonna throw away and lose. But we got that together, and we started back football practice. We took a week off because we lost one of our head coaches, we lost the head coach.
He said some racist shit.
Huh?
He said some racist shit.
No, unfortunately, or fortunately not. Fortunately, he did not have any racist tendencies. But so yeah, we start that back next week. We're getting closer to school starting back, and that's actually making a lot of my peers really anxious. They keep trying to invite me to Facebook groups about COVID in the school system, and a lot of my contemporaries are very upset about having to go back to school. They're very unsure about what to do, like if a kid or another adult has COVID, like what the steps are. So that's kind of what's going on right now. I don't really feel that much pain, and I'm not really feeling like that just because it's kind of like whatever to me. But other than that, I mean, everything been pretty smooth. I've just been chilling. Just had my birthday, so
Happy birthday, man.
30.
Yeah, I just crossed over.
It wasn't no Houston or nothing like that, but I understand what you're saying, boy.
Yeah, but it was me.
He's at the
It was
house.
authentic.
It really wasn't.
And I was
The
happy.
date.
And that's kind of all that matters for anybody else out there who feels shamed by their friends on public platforms.
You don't need him.
So...
You don't need him, Taylor. You can do it all by yourself. Whatever
What
gets
about
you through the night. Me?
Yeah.
Oh man, I just been chilling. Got my degree. It's official now. I mean, I know I told you.
Don't throw that out there.
Of course, got my degree. It's official now. I called up to the school. They said it was there. Work. Been here. Got Zay. So won that part of the court thing. Talk about that on a different episode. I'm watching myself from saying Other than that, just kind of been busy working. We've been doing so much between like all of the COVID and the protests and stuff like that, things have, I ain't gonna say calmed down, but I mean, you can see how long it's been since we had an episode where there's hopefully a lot more laughter and joy than what, it usually has been or how it's swayed. So everything has been tolerable. What about you, Noah?
Well, that's why you had me on it, right?
What about you, Noah? What's going on with you?
Well, celebrating holiday weekend this past weekend.
Don't want to hurt your feelings on live. But
No, it's cool. Celebrated weekend, barbecuing with the fam, sister, nieces, dad. That was cool. And then kind of just navigating how the 4th of July was going to be this year, considering with the COVID and everything. And I think it went pretty solid. I mean, niggas was shooting fireworks until at least midnight on Saturday where I'm at.
Oh, they stopped? Because they still shooting them here.
No, I mean, they stopped. They officially stopped now. Yeah, as of when,
They made fireworks.
They've stopped, bro.
Gunshots.
Well, I did hear a couple ambulances, but no, like I said, just a good holiday weekend. Mostly spent with family, a little bit spent with friends, things like that. So it was good, safe. I didn't do much. Where I'm at, it's a hot zone. It's mandatory. Actually, it's mandatory in Nashville.
It's mandatory here
amongst
also.
Other safety protocols they got going on. So, oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't ask you, but yeah, okay. Yeah. No, yeah. So yeah, just kind of that kind of stuff. Right now, it's a rainy day in Nashville, which we mentioned that a lot on my podcast. If you ever listen to it or when you listen to it, you hear it's probably mentioned all the time how rainy it is in Nashville. So it's like a continuing thing. Anytime I record a podcast, it's always raining outside, always very shitty. So
you want to shout your podcast out one more time? Just say the whole name.
No, I'll wait till.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just want to know, have we moved off of July 4th? Is it just like a normal day? I feel like everybody kind of said fuck July 4th, and we all like on.
So everybody says that, but what are you gonna do when everybody's off? So I mean, it's not like we're not gonna celebrate. I don't think any Black person is not gonna celebrate it. I mean, it's an opportunity to fellowship. I think it's the most important part. You get to be with your family, and it's a built-in national, federal excuse to be with other people.
Maybe
and just kind of be happy.
Maybe Juneteenth will be a federal day too next year.
I mean, hopefully, but they will have two.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just felt like I was like, so niggas is off this because I grilled, but
because I violated. I just want to know.
But when I did it,
if they were off it would be more divisive because they're saying like, oh, that's a white holiday instead of it just being like an everybody holiday.
Yeah, but it is a white holiday.
Well, I mean, you can look at it like that, but when Juneteenth, if that does become like a federal thing, would you want that to be like all inclusive or just looked at as a Black holiday? Because they'll definitely call it a Black holiday, whereas
I mean, I feel like Juneteenth can be no, I don't want it inclusive because Martin Luther King is Black, and that's not an inclusive thing. I mean, I feel like they gave a Black man a holiday, so
they gave niggas a holiday for Juneteenth, so we'll take that. But yeah, no, I don't want it inclusive. Don't be coming up white people. Hey, y'all, can we get down with your hold on? It's our holiday. Y'all just got the day off. All right.
True. Just like we've been getting the day off, which I would say that July 4th isn't exactly like not our holiday because we helped build the nation that that they founded.
Oh no, we're gonna do the double standard. We're taking both, but
right.
They aren't celebrating none of this. But I don't know. I just wondered if that was weird. So I don't know why we
grilled out.
Yeah, why we shifting on this. Let's not create Black supremacy thing. We noticed our first thing we was going to talk about today. We was just going to talk about Terry Crews. Whoever touched his balls in Hollywood really did a damage on him. I don't know if they got more secrets on him than they want to give, and it's so much funnier now watching white girls with him on it. But Terry Crews in the news, of course, again for saying another controversial tweet, which comes off as a little bit cooning. We'll throw him on the word with, I think it's Trevor Williams and Candace Owens and everybody else.
Who is Trevor Williams?
It's that one guy that I sent you. It's that one guy at the Trump.
Oh, with the self-made Trump hats?
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were talking about Clemson's quarterback for a minute. I was like, what did he say?
I thought his name was
I know
Trevor
who you're talking about.
Yeah,
he's Lawrence.
Yeah, but yeah, this just up there with them. And all his tweets just always seem like on some all lives matter shit to me. It's just kind of annoying just constantly hearing from this man as a Black man And now it seems like now everything he's saying is because black people ain't on the side. So now it just seems like he's doing it to be propaganda. I don't know if he's trying to stay on America Got Talent. I don't know what's going on with him, but I mean, what's your viewpoint on him?
Noah?
Well, I'd say as a black person, as a celebrity figure, as a face in entertainment, there's a lot of pressure that everybody, has on them to be somewhat politically correct and to kind of fight the righteous fight. And with Terry Crews, I mean, everything he's saying that I've been keeping up on because I've been trying to keep up what he's saying. Everything he's saying definitely sounds like he's not trying to pick a side. And that's kind of what everything that's going on kind of seems to, predicate, like pick a side and have a stance and know what you're talking about. But also with coming with picking a side, I feel like, for at least my opinion, when I see people like Terry Crews who are always on the fence and never kind of definitively like saying what they're saying, I always feel like they feel that pressure of, if I pick a side now, then cancel culture is always going to follow me whenever something else comes up, to make sure I say something about it, make sure I'm always like on the kind of social justice fight. And that's why you always get people like, you'll get examples of Terry Crews just saying whatever just to kind of like acknowledge it but not really pick a side. And I think it's too much pressure for most people to do it. Same thing, definitively.
Okay.
I don't know anything what point you were going with for that one, but Banks, you go for there. I feel like you almost took his side.
Oh, okay. So Noah, you're saying that you understand why Terry Crews says the things he says?
My 2 cents of why I think he does it. I don't understand why. I mean, because what he's saying,
You about to get canceled.
It's very PC, and I don't agree with what he's saying. I don't agree with what he's saying specifically, but I kind of understand what he's getting at. And also, there's some issues that black people, whenever another black person, there's an issue with black people kind of coming at black people for every little thing if it's not whatever the message is that the majority kind of go for. And I think that can, that doesn't help either. I mean, Terry Crews might not have eloquently said what he's trying to say right, or said what he's supposed to, like, said what he wanted to say that make everybody agree with it. But it's just people, when I see people attacking him, or just like people who just kind of barely say the wrong thing, it's like, man, see, y'all just giving white people ammo to just be like, look, see, they arguing with each other, they don't even know what they want. And so it's really less about me thinking like, oh, Terry Crews is saying stupid stuff, more about like, okay, we pile on each other like that, then it's going to give people a reason not to really take anything seriously. So, yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll say my part then, and then I'll think about if I want to respond to yours. So I feel, once again, Terry is just kind of showing us these problematic tendencies that he has, just shooting off at the hip from his phone with these tweets. I watched the interview he did with Don Lemon, and I was like, he was talking about how he didn't mean it, I guess, in the way that everybody took it. He meant it as a warning. And I was just like, okay, who are you, Terry, to issue a warning to Black society? Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, where do you get off issuing us a warning about, what did he say? Black lives better, Black supremacy. I don't know. Like, these are just really, what he sounds like? He sounds like a Candace Owens. And maybe in an ill-prepared Candace Owens. At least Candace, is slightly intelligent as far as, what she's talking about. I just feel like he just kind of says something really crazy, and now everybody's like reacting to it, and I really am not falling for it. I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe when it comes to Terry Crews. I don't know. It's really just a weird place for him to kind of comment on certain things, and you can't even hold up your sister in Gabrielle Union when she had your back with the whole, the sexual assault. No, I'm talking about when he was talking about how he got assaulted by that white
Oh,
man.
when he let
Yeah,
that white man.
she didn't need no like receipts or anything. She hopped on Twitter and said whatever she said. But when her thing happens, like he don't have. So I'm really kind of trying to figure out like how does he fit into Black society outside of, I guess, just making Black children. I don't know. Terry's really problematic with these tweets. I really don't want to give him a lot of energy because of that, and because of what Noah said, really, because he looked like now we're infighting, and I feel like that's kind of goofy. I don't feel like you really add anything to the culture in no sort of significant way. You've had opportunities, like Noah said, to be, as a public figure, as a notable person. You've had opportunities to stand next to your brothers and sisters, and this is what you do. You put out these weird tweets, and you don't hold your sister, like you don't stand next to Gabrielle after she stood next to you. I don't know. Terry's a goofball to me, and it's unfortunate because I really liked Terry personally, like from his roles that I liked him on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I even liked his reality show he did for BET a long time ago. That really kind of made me think he was a really solid guy from watching his reality show and how he interacted with his kids. But like this new person, like I don't know what Terry on. I don't know whose Kool-Aid he's drinking, but this ain't it.
I don't know whatever job that white man did when he sucked Terry dick, but whatever he did or whatever picture they got of him or whatever they got, they must be life and death right now because he on some bullshit. I don't agree with it. I ain't really had no topic. I ain't really got
I'm gonna say this. Oh, are you done with him?
Go ahead.
I was gonna add, in that interview when he was talking to Don Lemon, he was talking about what about black on black crime. And again, that's another problematic thing that he and other Black people, which irked me, bring up. And again, like James said, I guess last episode or maybe a couple episodes, I can't remember, but like we have this hyper focus on everything Black people do, but there's nobody that goes around and says, but what about white on white crime, or what about Asian on Asian crime, or what about Hispanic on Hispanic crime, or Latinx, however they want to, call themselves. Nobody says that, but it's always like what about black on black crime, and then he brought up the Chicago. It's like every 4th of July, some niggas hop online and talk about everybody who got shot up in Chicago. And, and I'm just like, okay, one of the things I want to know is who are the shooters? And like, what are the charges? Like, let's start really, like, if you're gonna bring up all these stats, like what about Chicago and what about New Orleans and what about, okay, just I need you to tell me like what happened then, like who were the shooters, how many people got shot, what was going on, what were the reasons. I'm just not about like accepting random comments and news. But to end my point about the black on black crime, we all on this podcast know that that's a proximity issue. It's not a racial thing. If you live next to niggas, you're gonna get killed by one more than likely, or you're gonna get stuff stolen. I mean, it's kind of just common sense. I also want to reiterate, I said this before, I feel like on here, like I don't want to have us answer for dusty, trifling Negroes. I don't feel like it's our thing to have to answer for everything a Black person does. Because nobody else does that. No other group does that. No other group is like, dang, white people or non-Black people.
Don't nobody answer for Trump.
Right. Non-Black people do not answer for their own respective people that do things. You know what I mean? Like if something happened widespread in the Hispanic or Latinx community, I would never hear anything about it. Like what are those Menendez brothers that a long time ago that killed their parents? I never heard of the Hispanic Latinx community taking up or being like, we got to do better. But it's like black people always got to do better, but nobody else owns their own stuff. So I'm gonna do like them. The people that kill them people, those are lone wolves. I need to know if they have some mental issues.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if there are pre-existing conditions, and I need to have all of the data because that's the language everybody else speak when they talk about their subgroup. So that's what I'm on. So it's unfortunate that, you know, those people down in Chicago and even here over the weekend in where I am right now, a little boy got shot over some fireworks from a black man. That's unfortunate. And he was dusty and they need to take care of that. But that was a lone wolf. Like that's not something that I'm familiar with. So that's my 2 cents on that.
That's a good point. That's a good point because you talk to white people, anytime you ask them about what's going on in the white community or you compare them, you know, if you try to ask them about what's going on with if you call it a quote unquote white on white crime, there's something going on with another white person, they get offended that you're comparing them as if white people are monolith. Yeah. That's what black people have been trying to go through our whole, you know, like we're not all just one.
Exactly. But at the same time, Noah, right, they say not all police are bad. So they don't it's like they pick and choose when they want to use this logic that you're agreeing with. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I'm not racist. But then we turn around and we do the whole, like, not all policemen are bad thing. So I'm on that same train with them. Lone wolf status. When you're a Negro and you do something weird, lone wolf.
Yeah. I ain't going to really regurgitate anything that Banks and Noah said. So I'm just going to go to the next one. You already know my stance on him. He a clown. It sucks because I love Everybody Hates Chris, and he was one of the main reasons why I liked it. I don't know if I'm going to still watch it.
Well, let me ask you this. Can you separate the art from the...
Nope.
Okay. Because that's how a lot of people feel about Kanye. People can't separate Kanye's music from how Kanye is.
You said what?
I can do that with... I can do that. I would like to think I could separate the art from the artist.
The art came from the artist.
That's true, but they were also in different places, like graduation, not graduation.
Late registration.
College dropout Kanye is no longer existent right now. Like that is non-existent. Yeah. So I feel like I can appreciate that Kanye.
Yeah. Before we go down this rabbit hole of a topic, please, black people, do not waste your time voting for another celebrity. Okay, let's get somebody who's a real fucking politician. The bar has been set so low that the guy who was telling you to get up off the couch and go sign up for Everest can run for president, because now all this got to do is just be better for Trump. Now, if y'all honestly sit there and think that Kanye running, and it almost made me think that Kanye really ain't back on our side. He's still on that bullshit. Because if you think about it like this, he know good and damn well that he is not no fucking president. And then y'all want to go from the stance of Kim would be a great, I mean, she done did some great stuff. She got like a lot of respect. She went out into community.
She got a lot of black women out of jail.
Yeah.
Black women and guys. But I'm just saying she got a lot of respect, so I'm not going to down her. But Michelle Obama was called all type of monkeys and all this. And 2 women that y'all talking about for back to back have been porn stars or some type of porn affiliation are known for showing their bodies and being half-ass naked. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not just going to excuse the fact that she on like 11 seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. So I just feel like if we have real representation of people that do the job, I don't think Kanye is back with our side because he want to do this, because all the votes that will come to Kanye are votes that are taken away from Biden, a real candidate, or anybody, and it's less votes that will be counted against Trump. So let's just stop the bullshit. Y'all can go back down y'all rabbit hole. I just want to say that while you're on, and I was thinking about it.
No, I mean, I was
got some music, you
know? Probably like our next topic had something come out, and I knew it too. I didn't even know what was going on, but so we got August Alsina back in the news, and with a topic that I thought we already kind of experimented with, as far as like talked about and thrown around, and now it's back. And you know, I guess he called himself on some sort of interview, and they asked him about it, and he spoke about it candidly. I just was like, he got some new song out that I don't know about, and lo and behold, I go on Apple Music and see it, and James let me know that he downloaded it. I'll go first. So my thoughts on the whole August thing. I mean,
say why I downloaded it though.
Well, I'll let you say why.
Okay.
My August part will be real short because it's goofy. But
Do you mind
it's
refresh
just
my memory real fast before you get into it, just so I know
so
the context?
August a while ago it was
August fuck Jada. That's a quick answer. That's what he alleges.
okay.
Just simply just one time.
They had a relationship. That's what he alleges. I didn't know if y'all wanted to go into like a long spiel. Well, I guess go ahead. If I forgot Noah's a guest, he ain't on the podcast.
Right. So apparently a while ago, there were rumors that August and Jada were having some sort of relationship, and they were just rumors. And everybody's always kind of questioned like their interactions with each other. And I mean, even Jada talked about how I guess they took him in when he was going through it. And of course, we all on here know how hard it's been for August. He's been going through a lot of stuff. All these people dying. He done adopted all these children, or yeah, adopted I guess his cousins or some like niece, somebody. All these girls.
They didn't adopt him before then. He stopped. He was messing with her, and then his sister died, and then he took them kids. And then
okay. So that's okay. Well, see, I even got the timeline screwed up, but that's how much I really pay attention to August. But I know all of that is happening around the same time. But the main point is, yeah. So August and he alleges that he and Jada had some sort of consensual sexual interactions or interaction. I don't know if it's plural or not. And the thing that's kind of tripping people up is the fact that he spoke that Will gave his blessing on the whole situation. Mind you, August is apparently living in the house and stuff like that. And of course, since then, Will has come out and said that Will's people have come out and said that that was false.
Both of their
and now Jada, which I'm still waiting on this, the only Red Table I would probably ever watch fully, talking about she gonna bring herself to the Red Table. And so now we're all kind of waiting. But so how I feel about it in a nutshell, I think it's goofy. I don't know why he's kissing and telling now. And especially to be some sort of like, I don't know if he was supposed to be some sort of street dude or whatever you want to call him. But I don't know. I think it's a goofball move to unearth somebody, stuff like that. I mean, if you are in a situation like that with somebody, consensual or whatever, I just feel like that's between y'all. I don't really like, and I know James can attest, when you bring other people into the bedroom, you bring outsiders into the bedroom, outsiders into your relationship metaphorically by talking about it and chirping about it. So I don't know. Feel like he a goofball for it, but how you feel, James?
I really want to know if the booty is just good as this nigga's making it seem. That's the first and foremost I want to know. I want like extensive details on everything that went down in that encounter. The way that this nigga's over here talking, he said, I could die today. Like, dang, you ain't even put this album yet, but you could die today. Who gonna promote it? So I'm just saying to go to that length. And then it was kind of funny because one, it was just clownish. So let me get this out of the way. It's a lot to deal with of August Alsina's personality personally to even like listen to his album. Like he got so much shit going on. I can't even focus on what you do to the music. And then so I went back and heard like some songs. I'm like, damn, I did like August, but he be having so much going on. He be blind. He be having asthma attacks. Lungs be dropping. He be having pancreatic cancer. Nigga out here adopting kids. And now it's just like, now you out here getting blessings to fuck somebody else's wife.
Allegedly.
Then I'm pretty sure them blessings didn't mean to sit there and go tell everybody. If they did they fuck? Probably. Now, did he fuck Jada and Will? That's the real question. That's what we need to know at the table talk. That's the first
thing. Wait, you think Will swinging like that?
Nah, I'm just playing. I don't know what Will and them do. It's just so extra and so messy. I just don't feel like it's just like these kids that tell on teachers. Like, like you out here getting free buns. Why are you snitching? Like, I just don't get I just don't get like why sit there and like run your mouth to when you were getting arguably one of the top 10 iconic, gorgeous black women. And you was what, 25, 20 something at the time? And then now the real question is, do you think he really fucked?
To answer that question quickly, so yes, but I don't care. So there's that too.
But you gonna watch that Red Table Talk, so you care something.
I mean, right, a little bit.
Okay, you care somewhat. So you said that's the only one.
No. So let me do like I don't care that he did it. I guess it's like I don't care if he did it or not. Like, but if I'm gonna guess, it's gonna probably be yeah.
You care enough to watch that Table Talk to see if she confirmed.
I'm not gonna watch the whole thing, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that's the one you said that's the only one I watched fully. No, you think
yeah.
Yeah, okay. You can't defend me in court. I said it, but yeah, I don't even watch TV. No, you think he No, you think he fucked?
Yeah.
It don't come out.
I think
Chewy's an alien, guys.
I think in addition to them sleeping together, I mean, you can make an argument that it's a win for guys because you got to think, what did she say to him to make him be so candid and so open? Because if it was just simply, they were having an affair, he decided to spill the beans, that doesn't seem, it has to be something a little deeper. Like, it makes me wonder, what did Jada say to him to make him feel like he could die today and be satisfied, And so I say it's a win for guys because, I mean, you could say, like, look at this guy right here, August, he over here fell in love with a woman.
Do you think he fucked?
I say, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, I just wondering, he about to go here with a rap for guys and shit. I was like, do you think he fucked, like in a quick shell? I was just wondering, cause I don't.
I've heard that rumor before for a while about them having an open marriage or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely do. I just didn't think Jada. I mean, I think about it more. I'm like, you know what? They didn't really ever look like they, had chemistry. Her and Will.
They like they had chemistry. They just like they've been together for 20, 30 years. It's just so weird if you think about it. Like, I called them and I told them ahead of time that I was going to tell. Yet, and Will gave me his blessing, yet all these people was coming and saying that it didn't happen. So, and, they talk about everything else, red table-ish and stuff like that. It's just kind of weird. Just something ain't adding up.
Now, it's got to be embarrassing for Will Smith. It's got to be embarrassing for Will Smith to be Will Smith. But what I'm saying is,
why would it be embarrassing if you called them ahead of time and said you was about to tell?
Because it may be ignorant to say he didn't know how the world would react to that, but he maybe didn't realize that people would be like, wait, Will, you letting somebody smash your wife? And then he started to feel some type of way about it.
Yo, Will, I'm going to tell everybody I fucked your wife. Yo, bro, I don't say this to a lot of people, but you got my full support. I'm fucking your wife. Yo, what the fuck going on here, bro? I don't support this. Like,
he probably think ain't nobody checking for August.
As goofy as that sounds, I mean, that could definitely have happened. Like, yeah, I'm here for you. And then they get out there, and then he's like, whoa, wait a minute.
I think there was some type of relationship going on. It looked more like a mother-son to me, but I wouldn't be surprised if something like if a nigga try to dip his toe in the water. I just don't see why you would go and say I got my blessing from somebody and then it would backfire. I don't see why you would sit. I don't think he told them what he exactly was going to tell. I think he was like, hey, I'm going to go out there and be like, hey, I was really involved with the family. And on top of that, if it was already out there, rumor they were swingers, and, they pulled up that episode where he like, if you got a joker over here, then you're going to be over there with that joker. If I got a joker over here, then I'm going to be over here with that joker. Like, why would you openly... It's just I don't know. It's just extra, and it's causing me to lose focus on paying attention to this album.
on trying to figure out who the killers of Breonna Taylor are. That's what is making me focused on. So
that is mainly. I think we should focus on that. Also, we ain't forget arrest Breonna Taylor's murder. Make sure you don't put a Y in there, but make sure you definitely email the email that we sent out to make sure y'all can find and get them to talk about and arrest the Breonna Taylor murder. That's all cool and dandy that you made a law. It's kind of fucked up that you know it's fucked up and you just made a law and decided like, we ain't gonna arrest them. We just gonna make this law and settle it. But I think it's extra. I don't think they fucked. I think no, she might have spit on it or something like that. Nigga might lick some blood or something like that. But you know how you know Will wasn't watching. I mean, you get to a point he might have been like, shit, sitting there in the back. So he just went he went so extreme in saying how passionate their relationship was for motherfuckers to just be like, Jada said that ain't true. You know what I'm saying? He just divulged his feelings without saying that. It's just kind of.
I mean, he could be mentally ill too. Just kind of say.
I told you, I could see that before I could see him fucking.
Yeah,
remember,
I mean, that's a possibility.
He was blind. His lung was collapsing. He always doing some bullshit with his hair. I'd be mad at all these good lines out there and just waste this potential while motherfuckers like ourselves out here taking biotin hymns and all these other restoration processes. Got to constantly have hats on. We don't feel it. 3 days after that fresh cut, it's back to hats.
Yeah, it's definitely putting a hat on. So to switch gears, we have on the docket talking about Freddie Gibbs and Akademiks. Now, I am not familiar with this at all, so I don't even know. So, I mean, James, you want to shed light on what happened or what that's about?
You know anything on it, no? Just want to know. Okay. So basically on All Deaf. Well, no, what's the show called?
Oh, Everyday Struggle.
Everyday Struggle. Jeezy had came up and Freddie Gibbs had came up, and Akademiks basically was just like, if Freddie Gibbs is not relevant, and if Jeezy's not relevant right now, and Freddie Gibbs is definitely not relevant, which anybody listens to the hip hop knows that Freddie Gibbs has a big buzz out here, big fan base, big everything. Last 3 projects he put out was very good. So just to say that alone, it's not something. But Freddie Gibbs?
Yeah, he got a buzz?
Yeah, Freddie Gibbs got a big buzz.
Interesting. Now, wasn't he with, who was he signed with?
He was with Jeezy, and I guess they got into something and they've been beefing for like a minute. But just the fact of the matter that, Akademiks, the softest nigga ever, is out here telling people who is irrelevant and who's not. But basically, they just kind of went like on a back and forth, and Akademiks went on this rant. And he was saying, okay, I'm this, I'm not even a street dude, but you a lame nigga, you a this, you a that, I got bigger bank accounts, I'm a blogger, stay in your lane, pussy nigga, all this other type stuff. And I was just like, man, you really crossed the line. But, of course it was like, I make more money than you and all this other type stuff.
Yeah,
and
stuff that niggas go to. They go to insults.
Of course. And it's just, and then it turned to that. And then I guess he apparently said something about Christy Teigen as well. Told her like, bitch.
I did hear about that. He had to apologize and they suspended him.
Complex suspended him for 2 months. And I just look at it. I don't know, two episodes. Oh. I just look at it like, 1, Akademiks is a clown to me. 2, I don't get how he ain't had hands put on him yet. And 3, I just don't get like how he's still relevant. But I mean, again, Tekashi broke records in a day. So we know controversy sells. And from Jason Whitlock being fired, I have no intent on watching Speak for Yourself. So
yeah, I don't even listen to it for real no more.
Yeah. So I mean, but how y'all feel about
that? So from what you say happened, I agree. I feel like Akademiks is another. I mean, it seems to be the trend of the episode, at least in my mind. The third goofball on the lineup that we've talked about today. I think a lot of rappers, I'm not saying that they're afraid of him, like of what maybe physically might happen or anything like that. I feel like they think he worked for the police, and because he says things so recklessly, and nothing, like you said, nothing has happened yet. So I feel like a lot of rappers think he's a police trap, and I don't think they really want to fool with him like that. I know the closest somebody got was your boy. Even Erykah Badu got on there and said something crazy about him, like on his show. But the only person I remember really having some sort of issue with him was the dude from Chicago, Vic Mensa. Yeah, he really had it for him. And I remember Wale was on an episode. Wale was really just,
Him and Meek was beefing.
Right. So that was what I was going to lead to, and he keeps bringing up like how he's not a street guy, and this and this and this, and
he didn't care for him.
Right. I mean, he got people who did not like, and I'm like, how did he grow into this individual? Like, I'm gonna be honest, I had never heard of him until Joe Budden, until they did that show together, and even then, I guess at that point he had some sort of notoriety from his page, and he basically like a self-made like world star. You know what I mean? Like if Q,
He's on Twitch.
Right. No. I mean, I knew that, but I'm saying like from as far as Instagram, like on his Instagram, it's just a bunch of viral videos of black people.
I mean, he just go on Twitch apparently and be talking all day. He be on Twitch for like 5 hours or some shit like that.
Oh, okay. He just talks.
And yeah, he go on Twitch. He go give his opinion about some shit, and then he comes on there. I just think he is like, all right. I mean, he's just like a lame ass nigga to me.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't have nigga like too descriptive.
That's basically how I feel. My take is similar. Like, I'm not really sure where Akademiks gets his credibility from.
Yeah.
And I've also heard the thing about the police, the rap police. And it's funny because he's super, I guess, highly is associated with Tekashi 6ix9ine, and I've heard rumors about him being a rap police. So those two kind of go hand in hand. But he is one of those people. He's just all about that shock factor. His fan base, I think, is more people who just like to make fun of him or just see him getting clown more so than people actually support him, in my opinion. Because some things, because I've without trying to find it, I've seen like Freddie Gibbs like pull up some receipts of some of the stuff he's tweeted about back in the day, which is things I didn't know, but like, talking about Bad Baby Can Get It and some other stuff. I'm just like, oh, okay, so you just one of those people to say anything.
Oh no, he said Bad Baby got some big ass titties for a 15-year-old. And then he said this picture that Kylie Jenner put up was fat material.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if anybody.
How old was she at the time? She clearly wasn't 18 or whatever.
She was grown, but fat material. You know what fapping is, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So why would a nigga tell you it's fat material?
Oh, okay.
So clearly you don't know what fapping is.
I do, but I'm trying to figure out.
No, Taylor doesn't do
that. That too, but I'm just like, I mean, it's definitely an odd thing to say. I guess I just thought she was underage when he said it to make it inappropriate because of allegedly Bad Barbie is a child. Even though I feel like I've seen the same thing recycled a long time ago when she was supposed to be 15 or whatever she was, but we'll let her eat though.
I just think he's a clown. I just feel like he a buster, and I just feel like wherever he at is really letting him hide. But then, like I said, after the Whitlock thing, you know why these people are getting jobs. So I just really don't.
Which I haven't like. So you still ain't heard nothing like on Twitter about like what happened to Whitlock?
He got a job.
No, I know I know where he is now, but like he don't talk about.
They didn't renew his contract. They were saving the bucks, I guess, for Skip and Shannon. They're high end people there. And so now he's just back to writing and freelancing and stuff like that, trying to create his own thing. So that's all I know from there.
Honestly, they're probably done with him when they brought in Marcellus because they try to clean his image up so bad. They're like, we got to get Marcellus in here because people like Marcellus.
That is a thought process I hadn't considered, them bringing in Marcellus as a replacement, an early replacement.
Absolutely.
For Whitlock.
Because they needed that time slot for that show, I think. And they knew that Whitlock was starting to become bad returns on their investment. So they bring in Marcellus to kind of make him a little more likable. And then it didn't work because he still was clowning Kaepernick and doing a lot of coon stuff. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, Whitlock is one of those people, man. you want to talk about Uncle Ruckus, like people you just do not like root for in any kind of way.
Right.
You know,
That's why we was watching it though, man. Like to see, especially if they had somebody real come on.
man.
You know, like who did they used to have on? I felt like they had Stacks on one time, and Matt Barnes and stuff like that. I'm still trying to figure out if Greg Jennings is the real one.
Man, dude, can we get in that for a second? Is it
Okay.
just me, or is Greg Jennings like the worst person on TV, sportscaster to listen to?
His voice is annoying.
It's not even like his voice. It's like his thought process and what he said. Like he literally like you can hear him as he's speaking. Like you can tell that like whatever he's trying to say, it comes out almost like he's dyslexic in his mind. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Like he's like you can tell what he's trying to say when it comes to like metaphors and idioms and euphemisms, but it just comes out like wrong. And then I'm just thinking like how do they support him be on TV all the time when it's like, yo, he clearly isn't good for this. Like I remember when Emmitt Smith was on TV and he just wasn't good. Jerry Rice wasn't good. Like some players aren't that good on TV.
I don't remember them at all. I mean, I vaguely remember. I don't remember them for real on TV.
They were short-lived.
But okay, they were terrible.
They were terrible. They were short-lived, and I just don't think every athlete got it like that. I'm so surprised because I try to get online to see if people say anything about Greg Jennings, but nobody ever mentions it. And I feel like I'm just listening to him by myself, like, yo, does he literally like just don't got it. He just says things that like are almost like the first thing that comes out of your mind, and you kind of see what he was trying to say, but it just doesn't come out right, and he ends up like, you know, almost like he gets lost in his own thoughts when he's speaking, and it's just like this is not good for like that kind of business, that industry. But
okay, I have to listen to him again to see if I catch what he's saying. I just kind of passively listen to him. I listen to Marcellus. He makes himself pretty plain, but
yeah.
I've never really just kind of listened to Greg speak. But since we're on the topic of football players, the next topic we got is my boy.
I will say I kind of forgot how much I move while we record a video and put it out.
Yeah,
mind you, I'm like trying to post stuff like on IG and you know like let it know we up and tag stuff and all that type of stuff. So like I'm just frantically, but I try to come back into it. But I'm like, man, I don't forget we done did audio like the last couple 2 or 3, and I was like, shit, I'm out here moving this whole time looking like I'm just disengaged. But go ahead.
Yeah, so we're moving into a current football player, Patrick Mahomes,
homeboy.
NFL champ, NFL MVP. I mean, every accolade really. That's my boy right there.
Get off that nigga dick, boy. God,
hey
please.
man, I've been riding with him since he was a youngin'. All right.
Well, you already
so. I do. I followed him out since he was with Texas Tech. Man, I remember seeing that Mahomes on his back of his jersey. I remember him. I mean, he was throwing like that then. You know, Noah, you watch college football.
I remember that Oklahoma game when they scored like 700 yards.
Yes, it was stupid. Yeah, I mean, back and forth. It was that. That's all they did. That's all they do with Texas Tech games. You know, they run the scoreboard up.
Mm-hmm.
And so the fact that it translated, number one, I was happy about. But to fast forward that half a billy contract, $450 million, I think, and I don't know how much is guaranteed.
It's
a lot
500.
of it.
It's 530.
It's 530. Okay, so half a billion. I mean, how do we feel about that? What are our thoughts, Noah?
Well, first initial thoughts on it was like, okay, finally NFL players are starting to look at baseball and some other sports to kind of figure out how to do their contracts. I don't know the language of the contract and what the incentives are and how it goes per year, but my initial thought when I saw 10 years, $400 million, $450 million, I thought, okay, so every year he'll get paid about $40 million a year for 10 years. That sounds about right.
$530 million.
You know, so that's my first initial reaction to it. I was like, that sounds about right. I just hope he can stay good for like at least half that contract because, you know, it's not every day that a player comes into the league and has that kind of success that he's had early on. And with him being a black quarterback and way black quarterbacks are trending, I think this would just be a good step into getting more guaranteed contracts, more bigger contracts.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that.
What I mean? If he can stay good for at least half the contract, and I saw some sport pundits that had a good point, like he shouldn't have been so long because the shorter contracts means he'd be up for a newer contract earlier, which means he can get more money, more guaranteed, keep the market going up. And I think it was Reggie Bush who was saying that. And he made a point about how it's the player's responsibility to always be able to reset the market so other players can get paid more, which I think is smart. I didn't think NFL players thought about each other like that. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's good. I mean, he deserves it, honestly. I mean, I watched that Titans game, and I was just – as soon as he ran that touchdown in, when we missed like 4 tackles, I was like, yo, they're going to win this game. And I couldn't have – I wouldn't have wanted any other team to win besides us. If we had to lose like that, like I would have hated, Baltimore and New England to beat us, but we had to lose. At least it was against him. And I'm like you. I mean, I haven't been following him that long, but the first time I ever saw him play was his first year starting. It was a Monday Night Football game against the Denver Broncos. And it was – I can't remember the score or what part of the game was, but it was a play. I think it was like a 3rd down. And this man's hiked the ball. And then you got Von Miller hauling ass around the offensive line and was gunning on him. And he dove and he tackled Mahomes, and Mahomes just put the ball in his left hand, threw it, and got the first down completion, Tyreek Hill. And I was like, yo, from that moment, I was like, yo, this dude, like I had never seen anything like that. And I love the Monday Night Football crew. I don't like Booger McFarland, but I like Joe.
Nobody likes Booger, and I think that's hilarious. He sounds like he knows what he's talking about. Maybe I don't.
It's terrible, bro. Booger is terrible. He just be saying obvious things, but Joe Tessitore, whose main reaction was exactly how I felt. He was like, "Do you guys see realize what you just saw?" Like, and then literally, you see the replay. You see Von Miller fully extending, like he's about to grab him like an alligator out of the water, wrapped around him, and dude just switched hands and threw a dart to Tyreek Hill with his left hand. And at that moment, I was like, "Yo, this nigga is something else." So, yeah, happy for him. Kansas City's a fun team to root for. It ain't like the Golden State Warriors, Like, I don't mind them freaking City.
They actually remind me of the Golden State Warriors because there's a weapon everywhere. Everybody's fast. They're going to run the score up. I mean, that sounds like they like the Golden State Warriors on the field.
And they're all young.
Yeah. Just imagine if they had kept Kareem.
Dude, that's how good they were. It's like, yo, we don't even need Kareem. That's how good they were.
All right, James.
Fuck Patrick Mahomes, all right? I don't give a fuck what they motherfuckers sign, all right? We was a game away from the fucking Super Bowl. This beige-ass motherfucker come out here ripping and running, doing all this extra shit, and then all of a sudden he's sitting there, this beige-ass nigga sitting out here breaking tackles left and right, falling his ass into the end zone, and then all our dreams went away. And I was almost on the Travis. I was almost on the Patrick Mahomes bandwagon until I saw that nigga dance, and it brought me back to why I just do not fuck with him.
Oh, he can't dance?
First off, he got the most plainest, whitest, basic white girl I've seen, like they always do. Come out here, daddy is black as space. This nigga coming out here getting the most caringest thing out here. And, of course, he said that, yeah, Black lives gotta matter. And if that doesn't matter, then, things gotta be like that. Everybody all on Patrick Mahomes' dick right now. And he did all this. And then I was just like, yo, you know what? Patrick might be one of us. You know what I'm saying? He done got some things going, got a little curly hair. I don't think that's a white people mohawk. I think that's, that's the little thing that people be doing when they be sponging their hair. His hair is just actually curly. And I was there. And then thank you, Bleacher Report, for bringing me back to when he started doing that horrible ass dancing. And then this nigga went to a Post Malone concert.
Hey, don't give up hope. Russell Wilson came to the game with a Karen himself. You see how long that lasted.
That is true.
We waiting for.
He got himself a queen.
And Russell wasn't black to me until Russell came back home. All right. I didn't even count his Super Bowls, one for the brothers. Now I do. Russell been down. He even got his throw. He got his little braids in. So I'm waiting for her to fuck up and he can come back home. Kerry Hilson, you hear that? All right. He gonna grab somebody who is not as relevant as they were, and he gonna bring them back. All right. So Kerry, you just be a little bit more patient. You know, you freeze them eggs up if you got to, because Patrick is coming. But I mean, as far as like, I don't even want to be like on no Terry Crews shit, like down in one black person for nothing. I mean, I guess it's cool. You know what I'm saying? He got the $500 million. Part of it got to do because he beat us. I mean, I personally like Patrick Mahomes as a football player. Maybe I'll just attach some shit. I mean, that white girl shit really be throwing me off, but that's for any black person out. But that nigga beat us. So fuck him. So I'm not about to hype him up. But it does actually, I think it sucks more for Dak and Deshaun Watson and Lamar. One, because Patrick won the Super Bowl, so it's real easy to do that. But that's a 10-year contract. $500 million sound cool and stuff like that over 10 years, but that motherfucker with them for 12 years. Then they just played the long game, but I will have to see how much his contract is annually, because Deshaun Watson deserved to be broke off. Well, we know who his coach is, Bill O'Brien. He'll probably trade him for some Pop Rocks, but Deshaun deserved to be broke
does
off.
He, though?
Deshaun deserves to be yes. Deshaun is played amazing with the worst line around him.
Deshaun's a playmaker for sure.
Okay, that Bills game, he ain't losing the game against the Chiefs, which I'm so mad. We would have whooped the fuck out the Texans, but he ain't losing that game. He did.
You pay him more than you pay Lamar.
Yeah,
considering Lamar hasn't won a playoff game and Deshaun has.
You answering your own question. And Deshaun is playing like this after having a great rookie season, tearing his ACL, coming back and having still an amazing career. So it's not like a RG3 thing when it was just like, oh, he tore that leg up and just never came back right. It's substantial, and it's just, you know, he'd be able to sustain it. But that's how I feel about that. Y'all got any more questions on it?
So the money ain't too much. Then you say it's just the length of the contract.
I just want to know what it is annually for they say like he crashed the market. Not everybody about to sign. Because I mean, who the fuck is really gonna sign a 10-year contract?
I was definitely. You know what's funny? See, Kirk Cousins, when his contract came out, it was fully guaranteed. That's the only thing about Mahomes where I was like, yo, he at least got to have whatever they say, whatever his contract is, it should be fully guaranteed. But since it's not, that's the only thing I think he missed on his negotiation. Because I'm pretty sure the Chiefs would have gave him any kind of deal he wanted, but he should have got it fully guaranteed. And like
nobody
I said, maybe
reduce fully guaranteed $500 million. That nigga.
I'm just saying. I mean, it don't gotta be that. I mean, I thought maybe 200 would have been more.
Okay, but also, even if they don't fully guarantee his contract at $500 million, he get paid if he get hurt. He get paid for all that. He has a 10-year contract. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
y'all have anything else to say on that?
Mm-mm.
So yeah, anybody else got anything to say about it?
This last thing I'll say is, do you think he absolutely has to win another Super Bowl before his contract expires to validate it?
I need to.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of quarterbacks that don't have a Super Bowl ring, and then a lot of them got one. So you think
Aaron Rodgers deserves $500 million first? So I need two. Look at the shit. Look how great Russell Wilson has been, and look how much shit he gets. Russell's been amazing. We all can't lie about that. Russell has been fucking amazing as a quarterback, and he was almost traded to the Browns for Baker Mayfield. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Deshaun Watson lose all his players. Lost Cook. Fuller always hurt. Lost the number one. Wait, did I say Cook? They got Cook. My fault. Lost the top 3 wide receiver in the league with DeAndre Hopkins. Number 3 to me. I take Michael Thomas, and then of course Julio will be number 1 to me, but that's a different debate. But
you saying with what's his name out of the game? With AB out?
Yeah, with AB out.
Oh, okay.
No love for OBJ?
No. OBJ is a slot king, like slant king. I mean, I got a gray hair, but yeah, he's a slant king. But I don't know. I guess we can wrap it right there, guys. Anybody got anything else they want to say? Anything want to plug? No, you want to go ahead
You
and
know
podcast?
I'll just give quick shout out to Nate the Great and everybody over there at Therapeutic Distraction, Ludim, Machine Gun Louie, what up? And I just want to thank you guys, Banks and Harrison, for having me on again for another great discussion, great times on 8 more than 92. Gotta do it again sometime.
We got to make it to y'all's eventually. If we ever get that call, that's when we know we really made it. But we appreciate everybody listening to us. Like we said, we got the shirts coming soon. Just be on the lookout. We will drop it on all of our social media site platforms. We want to make sure that y'all keep spreading Breonna Taylor's name because they still ain't locked up and people feel like we're going to forget. We want y'all to keep staying to the movement. Black lives will matter. Fuck all that shit. Black supremacy. I don't give a fuck. Let's not say black lives are better. Mine better. If you don't fuck with me, then mine better. So other than that, sue me. I'm rooting for everybody that supports blacks. Can't even say black no more because we got a couple of those he niggas out here. So other than that, we appreciate y'all. This has been another episode of 8 More Than 92 podcast. Peace.